Alex Otti has taken it upon himself to dismantle these Fulani herdsmen who think they can terrorize Abia State like Enugu, like Ebonyi, like Imo State. Alex Otti has been putting them where to belongs. Let's give kudos to whom deserve to give kudos to. And this is not surprising to me. I went to Abia State in 2013. I saw the state of Abia. I'm not from Abia. I'm not from Imo. I'm not Igbo. I am from Middle Belt. But I went to Abia State in 2013. I cried. Even despite my region where I felt is a war. When I enter Abia State in 2023, in 2013, I saw the situation of Abia State and I say, this cannot be God's own state. But today, glory be to God because he has produced somebody like Alex Otti. Even if I have not been into Abia State of recent, I'm seeing the video, I'm seeing people who have gone there to commission, I'm seeing development in there that is going on there. This is the dividend of when the masses bring whoever they want to become their leader. Not somewhere they're imposing somebody on people. And that's why you can see that Nigeria has getting to where we are today because these people who are in government, all they know how to do is to impose people on people. They don't allow the will of the people to stand. Come to Southwest here. We know them. Southwest will be another great regions that have the mobile, intelligent people. But somebody somewhere who have destroyed this democracy and he calls himself a Democrat is the one that has been imposing people on them. And that's why you can see, you can hardly see the best of them come out. This is what they are doing in Southeast. But Alex Otti now have said that indeed there is nothing more than the people's choice. I want to tell you that many people who lost their life in the course of Alex Otti victory, today they are rejoicing wherever they are. And let me dedicate this video to that woman in charge of the Abia elections. May God bless you. May God honor you. May God oppose your children for you because you stood. Today, the credit that is what is happening in Abia today is not going to Alex Otti. It's going to that woman who stood, who rejected millions of dollars for bribe from the same oppressors that want to counterpart the result of Abia in 2023. If Yakubu, INEC chairman, stood on his ground without him visiting Lagos, without him allegedly compromise, we will not be where we are today. Today, everybody is calling Bola Ahmed Tinubu do that. Nobody is talking about Yakubu, the INEC chairman, who collect billions of naira in dollars and give us fraudulent elections called Nigeria. Nobody is talking about him. He's still warming up to take over the same position in 2027. A woman sacrificed her life. They threatened her, we will kidnap your daughter, we will do this, we do that. She stood on her ground. Today, I celebrate this woman. And I celebrate the courage of Alex Otti. Go and check. Cannot compare Abia State with other states in the Southeast right now. As we speak now in the Southeast now, we have some Efulefu governors now who are taking Fulani as their advisors. We also have some governors in the Southeast now who are sponsored people to Hajj. And the Imonites are suffering. The Ebonyi people are in Lagos here doing slavery work. And some governors out there are budgeting millions to send people to Hajj. And this is the reason I keep saying it, that religion is part of the major problem we are facing in the country. If you look at the country now, you see churches everywhere. You see mosques everywhere. Where is the development? Why is the insecurity increasing? It's as a result of there is no work. An idle hand is the workshops of the devil. If the country is productive enough, this crime will reduce. If the country is producing this country will fare better. And that's why I was afraid in 2023 election with what we have now. If we allow these people to be in power, we are doomed. Because we know their antecedent, we know how they start. These are people that you cannot trace them, the type of business they are made to amass this type of wealth they have. They use manipulations. They manipulate people. And people are learning faster from them. And look at what we have today. No Nigerians now thinking of what to bring a company, to bring a factory where it can employ people can be producing. Church, mosques. Then the next thing maybe club, everywhere, supermarket. These are the only things we are good at right now. And that's why you see Muslims now, also now, they are into deliverance. Oh, receive it. Be delivered. Even when it is not in Quran, where Prophet Muhammad do deliverance for any Muslim person. Is to tell you that religious has been part of the problem we are facing as a country. I've told you the difference between Nigeria, Africa, and Western world. Western world take humanity before religion. But here, we that they give us the religion, we take the religion before humanity. And that's why you say somebody will start there, a governor, I learned a governor from a Kano governor now, is declaring, is it 2 or 3 weeks holiday for Salah? Efulefu. These are the reason why they are kicking against, oh, we must be one. Nigeria must not divide. Don't divide the country. Monkey they walk, bamboo they chop. You are declaring 2 weeks for Salah holiday. Do you know what it means for 2 weeks? Knowing fully, he knows that whether the state work or not, at the end of the day, they will get the highest allocations to share. They have the largest local government in Nigeria. They have the lion's share. Other states, of even the 2 days we are giving to Christmas, 2 days we are giving to what is it called? For Muslim celebration, is too much. In Western world, where are they giving it? People who are working per hour, they are paying them. I can say, if I want to celebrate, I celebrate. I celebrate my birthday. If it's your birthday you want to celebrate your birthday. It's not about declaring holiday that means that you are a good serve and you serve these people, you serve Muhammad or you serve Jesus. Where? It's not by that. And a sitting governor is declaring 2 weeks to celebrate Salah. Can't you see our mentality where religious has destroyed the country? And that's why some people will come and tell you, oh, it is prayer that have kept Nigeria. If not prayer, Nigeria will be another thing. Yes, of course, I'm not disputing that. Prayer is effective. Prayer is good. But there are other countries that are not praying, they are not praying as we are. They are doing far better. What is the secret? Because when they come to the time of elections, they vote the right people. They don't vote the wrong people. You can't tell me that during the time of election, you consider tribe. You consider people who are loyal to you, whether they are capable or not, to vote them in. Then after then, you now want to use prayer to bend them. You are now allowing God to bend them. It doesn't work that way. God is not a magician. We must not deceive. This is not what Jesus taught us. I am not here to counter anybody. I'm not saying anything. But we, at this very junction where we are, it is time for everybody to speak. A time will come where a son will look at his father eyeball to eyeball. This thing you are telling me is not working. Situation whereby people at the top are only the ones that are enjoying. Enough is enough. Go to all these big churches now that you are seeing now. The Christians, their church member cannot even attend their schools anymore. And that's why you see now John, Gideon, Matthew, the rest of them, what are they into? Go to streets. They are into fraudulent art, nothing to work. They are also trying for survival. It's not enough to gather people on Sunday. I have the largest crowd. I have 13,000 members. I have this. After that, what next? What company? You that have 5,000 members as a member, what company do you have that are employing the youth? How can you regain it? We are gradually losing it as a country. That's why I'm appreciating what Alex Otti now. When you bring the whole governors in Nigeria together now, apart from being on the one side, you can see that Alex Otti is quite different from every other governors. In terms of infrastructure, in terms of how he's doing it. And this is the reason I was saying that 2023, the best person why a lot of us stood on our ground was Peter Obi. Was the best thing to salvage what Buhari have destroyed. I agree with you 100% that Buhari destroyed the country. There's no two way about it. But somebody that would have been far better to salvage the situation for us was Peter Obi. But because of tribe, because of religion, because of oh my God, some people close their eye. Some people say, keep your mouth shut. This is the man we want. Our tongue. How are you using your tongue now to go to market to go and buy food stuff? How are you using your tongue? Can't you see the way people are selling their family houses? Jackpa to go and do slavery work in UK. It's as bad as that. Don't be deceived. Are you not seeing what is happening in Lagos State? Where a president publicly snub the governor of Lagos State. Please watch this video, subscribe to this channel and share this video. Breaking news. 50 people have been killed in Benue. 15 churches has been burned down in Benue. I repeat, 50 people have been killed in Benue and 15 churches were burned down beyond recognitions. Today is your first time of watching my channel, come across my video, kindly subscribe to this YouTube channel, on your notification, share your video and drop your comment. All thanks to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who have made Igbo Biafra land more safer than as it is today. I can tell you categorically, if not that God who seeing beyond today saw and prepared Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to help the Biafra territory. Biafra territory will have worse than what is happening in my region, in Benue State, in Plateau, in Taraba now. The reason why Buhari and his cohort unleashed this hatred on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu since 2015 was because he was seen as an obstacle against their agenda in Nigeria. Now, haven't you asked yourself, is it that these Fulani men that the federal government are telling us that they are not Nigeria Fulani, they are Fulani from Mali, from Chad, from different parts of Africa country? Is it that they are powerful than Nigeria government? Is it that Nigeria government are finding it difficult to stop these people, not to commit this atrocity, this blunder in Benue State, in Middle Belt, most especially as it is everywhere in Nigeria now? No, they are not powerful than the Nigeria government. After God, it is government. Don't forget that Abacha once said that any security that is beyond 24 hours, know that the government have hand in it. People who are in power, they have hand in what is happening to my people in Benue, what is happening in Nigeria. And that's why you are seeing that they are helpless. They cannot do anything about it. Why is it that when it comes to the issue of Biafra, when it comes to the issue of IPOP, it is when you now see the energy of federal government? But when it comes to these Fulani herdsmen who are terrorizing regions, who are moving from one place to another, chasing people out of their ancestral home, as Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have predicted over 10 years ago, he has been preaching this message. Even the Igbo, many Igbo did not believe in Mazi Nnamdi Kanu at the first instance. Many of you now that will watch this my video now, many of you did not believe on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu at the first. Oh, Igbo have invested in Nigeria. It is too late for Igbo to part away from Nigeria and all that. But many people who believe on that idea then when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was preaching the gospel in which God have sent him to preach, now many of them are in the grave as a result of these Fulani herdsmen have unleashed their plan on them. Many are alive today, they have changed their orientations. As I speak to you now, we from the Middle Belt, we admire what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is doing Today, if we will have somebody like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, maybe the middle belt will not be an option. Will have not be a sacrificial lamb to this Fulani headman. Have you forgotten that when Samuel or Tom was the governor of Benue, he was crying on top of his voice of what these people are doing, using Mazi Nnamdi Kanu as a case study and every day. And Buhari say, oh, because he's APC, he hates Buhari. Fulani men say, oh, because of Samuel Tom hate Buhari, hate Fulani. That's why he's crying foul cry that there's nothing like killing in Benue. Today, this Reverend Father that is governor of Benue State is an APC man. Why is this killing even worse than what during Otom? That's to tell you that these people have agenda. It doesn't matter whether you are from their party or not. Why is it that they channel all their energy against the churches? When a Reverend Father went to US to go and expose what these Fulani men are doing to Christians in Nigeria, the federal government denied it that something like that is not happening. If you remember when Donald Trump sent a message that Nigeria government or Bola Ahmed Tinubu government should stop allowing these people to buy the Christian in Nigeria. They denied the allegation. What is happening now? 15 churches were born in Benue beyond recognition. And up to this very moment now, what is federal government doing about it? They will come on the next time, maybe this evening now, the governor of the state of the Benue State will come out and be telling us that they came from Mali to come and kill people and he's fold his hand. Are they waiting on the level of the whole Benue State? Why we are talking now, whether you are a Benue, whether you are a Middle Belt, you are not Middle Belt, everybody need to talk, is that this thing now is affecting everybody gradually. How many of you remember that Benue State is one of the states that produce most of the food that we consume in this country called Nigeria? Today now, these people are not allowed to go to farm. Today, as we speak, these people now are no more producing food. Why do you think that food is not more acceptable, is not more affordable in Nigeria? Why do you think that people cannot eat 2 square meals in a day? These are the major problems we are having. Boko Haram in the other side in the north are the prime in the northern, and which you know that their own occupation is farming. They cannot go into farm. They levy them to pay millions of naira before they can access their farm. Else they will buy them. Those one on the other side, they cannot go to farm if they don't have money to pay for Boko Haram yearly. Now, I do you know that this country we are made for doom. And some of you will still saying that one Nigeria, one leader. Yeah, we're going to call in the name of one Nigeria and everybody buy. These people come, they will finish everybody overnight. There is no any crown anywhere where these Fulani men are not. They are everywhere, every corner. Don't you know that we are sitting in the gunpowder, it can explode any time? Are you telling me that if we, the Middle Belt, we are in our own country, that we allow Fulani men to come from other regions? This is why some people say the border is too porous. The border, what are they doing about the porous border? Who make the border porous? Are they not the one that make the border porous in order for them to take their acts? Now, as Bola Ahmed Tinubu now bring even this Rotimi Amechi, people who invested heavily on Niger, what is Nigeria connection with Niger people? Why is it that all throughout Buhari government, many development that are supposed to be made in Nigeria will be made in Niger? What is the relationship between Nigeria and Niger? Why is it that they are not asking anything about that? Why is it that all their concentration is about the IPOP, about the Biafra? The other day, new Rivado called the Biafra Hero Day should be changed to Igbo Day. And the major thing that is consuming this country now, they are not talking about it. The last time, Sultan of Sokoto said, oh, social media is a terrorist organization, whereby the people who are causing terror in the country, they refuse to talk about it. And that's why I'm saying that these Biafrans all over the world are the most lucky to have somebody like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu who stood to fight for his people. I don't need to tell you the story of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Many of you know the story of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu more than myself. He is a man that he was born with silver spoon. He have what it takes to buy a house in London, to do whatever he live in life in London, without even allowing any of his generation to come to this country. But he chose to abandon this thing to come and fight for you. Most of your useless politicians in the southeast, who just because of their belly They send their people out. They see the truth. They refuse to say it. They cover it. They now use Fulani as their advisor. During the time of Otom, let me not forget, there was a man, there was a guy in Benue then that was a terror. Then, the Buhari government fight all means, they capture him. Otom find every other means to protect that guy because he will know that that guy also is an asset that could protect, that could avert this danger of what these Fulani men are doing. It was just like another promise of Sunday Igboho. Then the federal government, during the Buhari government, they saw that guy, they buy him, they wasted him. But if we were to be Fulani men that have been captured, that have been held, Boko Haram that has been held in this country, have been set free. They are giving their rehabilitations. Most of them are joining Nigerian armies. Most of them are joining different things. And which most of them are the one behind this giving informant to this Boko Haram. They are making them to give ambush to our Nigerian soldiers. And that's why I'm saying it that this Gowon that allowed the British to use him today, if Gowon is telling you that he does not have a regret of fighting Biafra war, he's deceiving himself. And he cannot even deceive his grandchildren. He's deceiving himself. And I keep saying it that it is really the best Gowon come out and apologize to the Igbos and say the mistake he did before he joined his ancestors. Just the same way Babangida did. Whether some people are still holding grudges that but like it or not, Babangida have done his own. He have told you that Igbos are not the one that planned the coup. That alone has gone a long way to heal the wound. This Gowon, who used middle bed then, a state like Benue, the rest to play a vital role to stop Biafrans, not to exist, to fight Biafra war. Today, are they not regretting the action they took? Look at the state of Benue today. If you are a Benue man that are watching this video, please drop your comment here. Are you happy the current Benue? If some of you are saying, oh, it's politics, they are using the Benue life to play politics, is Benue the only state in Nigeria? Why must you allow your people to use people to play politics? They play politics in the detriment of newborn baby. They are slaughtering newborn baby in Benue state. This is an abomination. And this is why Biafra need to be grateful for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, a man who saw today, who saw tomorrow, who saw yesterday. Have you asked yourself question? Why is it that in all these things, all this killing we are hearing, why is the presidency, why is Bola Ahmed Tinubu are not taking any drastic action or speak against this shenanigan? These people who have taken it upon themselves, they are buying people from different state to another, most especially the middle belt. Why? That's why Donald Trump need to stand up as the president of America and do the needful. Yes. Please share this video, subscribe to this channel.
The topic for this video is how shameless and problematic Nigeria is at this point. I first of all know you would want me to mind my business and talk about my own country, Ghana. But listen, I don't really care about what you think. And if you haven't checked in my videos, I talk more about my country than any other on this platform. But at this point, it's not just silly and problematic how miserable Nigeria is. It's becoming for all of West Africa. And if you feel agitated already for my choice of words, wait and hear the rest of all I have to say. Let's get into it. Nigeria's population is a national security threat to every neighboring and West African country. As of March this year, Nigeria's population is more than half the total population of West African countries. More than half. This means on any given day, the influx of Nigerian citizens to any West African country will easily swallow up the entire local population. This is why every country in West Africa needs to have a say in what goes on in Nigeria, on the backdrop of the fact that they like to travel, ladies and gentlemen. They like to move, and they are moving in numbers. Now, ladies and gentlemen, two major situations are making Nigeria look scary to the rest of Africa, especially the neighboring West African countries. And I said two major things. But first, let's put aside the lack of stable electricity and inflation for now. Those are regular problems everywhere that every country in Africa has to deal with. However, there are two worrisome situations brewing in Nigeria which threatens the sovereignty of other African countries, has to do with the religious extremism and poverty. Ladies and gentlemen, I need you to again hold back on the insults for now, and also put down your bias glasses and hear me out for a minute before you come in. Are you aware of the number of Islamist jihadist groups operational in Nigeria as of 2025? Let me give you the list, ladies and gentlemen. It started in the year 2000 with Boko Haram, whose aim is to establish an Islamic state in Nigeria. Then the first splinter group from Boko Haram, called Ansaru, was formed in 2012. After Ansaru came the next splinter group called Islamic State West Africa Province, aka ISWAP, which started in 2016. Darul Salam also came in from the Niger Delta, and then the multiple Fulani militant groups came in. Just when we thought these groups were too many to handle for one country, then we hear of a group originally from Mali and also operational in Niger moving in to Nigeria. They are called Lakurawa. The situation appears to get worse by the days, from one bad jihadist group to a worse group. Ladies and gentlemen, is Nigeria becoming, or already become, the main breeding ground for all terrorist groups in Africa? What's going on here? When other countries are thinking of ways to create conducive environment to entice foreign investment, Nigeria is rather enticing terror. Let me ask you this. What conditions are made where almost all of them are situated? Groups will directly enter all the nearby countries. These are countries in West Africa. This may include the splinter groups moving to other countries, or the citizens of Nigeria abandoning their own homeland for another. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a serious issue that needs immediate continental concern. Nigeria is a friend of Ghana. Nigeria is a part of ECOWAS. When they are moving into your country, we cannot turn them away. But when 1 million moves in at one time, what then becomes the fate of the host nation's security, sovereignty, and economy? And this can happen on any given day, ladies and gentlemen. And what actually terrifies me is this. I don't see any real political actions or steps taken by the leadership of the country to deal with the situation. You don't hear of the presidency talk about strategies. You don't hear of governors talk plans, and senators the same. Where are the marches, ladies and gentlemen, and the demonstrations on the streets to force the hand of the government to face it head on? Where are they? It's like the fate of the people in this country is in individuals' hands. Those with the resources may hire armed officers for their personal security, and those who don't have to live carefully and away from certain hotspots. Ladies and gentlemen, is this the best Nigeria can do in their own country? Day in, day out, all we hear is kidnapping, robbery on buses and even on trains, village killings, and so on. Is this ever going to change in Nigeria in the nearest possible time? Nigeria currently ranks 10 on every type of crime list in the world. Talk about cybercrime, organized crime, financial crimes, and extremism. You will find them on the top 10 list of all of them. What type of society are you building? On the criminality index on ocindex.net, you are 6th out of 193 countries, 2nd out of African countries, and number 1 in West Africa. You are ranked 19th among the least peaceful countries in the world, and nothing shows it bothers you, especially they that hold power in the country. Omanaja, what's up? When you finally get the chance to vote for a president who may bring a difference to the country, you reject it. You vote the same type of leader continues. Why won't you try change? Why can't the people try what Ghana did? You come out in your numbers. You create your own coalition centers. You protect the ballot boxes at all costs and ensure a free and fair elections for once in your lifetime. Because if you as a regular Nigerian don't like what's going on in your home country, you have to do something about it, ladies and gentlemen. That cannot be done by anyone else but yourselves, unless it benefits you. What's the ultimate goal here? When you have chosen democracy as your system of governance and it's only making life a living hell for the majority of the people, what is the plan, ladies and gentlemen? This is disturbing. Now, on to the second situation that is of equal concern as the first. This is about the level of poverty in Nigeria. You have more than 40% of your total population living below the global poverty line of $2.15 per day. That's more than 100 million people, ladies and gentlemen. That's a national security crisis. To have more than 100 million people who don't spend up to 3,300 naira in a day is problematic for the state's economy and for the people themselves. And here is how. The 3,300 naira per day will include your transport fare in and out to work if you have one, or to school, your breakfast, your lunch, your supper for one person. And so when that's not possible for more than 100 million people, then there isn't much